last week on WOS Wrestling. The whole world shook as Gabriel Kidd discovered that his big date with Destiny had put him on a collision course with Crater. Rampage retained his heavyweight title, but only with a little help from his friends.
And CJ breaks it.
No, I don't think he made it back in.
What do you mean? He's right in front of you.
Grado smarted himself up.
What have you done to Grado, Stu?
No matter what you wear, you always look like a clown. Ring the bell!
And then he took the East End Butcher down.
And your winner is Grado!
This week, the aerial assassin Will Ospreay returns as he faces Martin Kirby. The high-flying queen of the women's division puts gravity on hold and her title on the line. And there's another huge battle brewing among the heavyweights in the race to Rumble with Rampage.
Good evening and welcome to WOS Wrestling. Last week, Rampage defeated Justin Sysum to retain the WOS Championship.
Truly shocking, and I hope, Stu Bennett, there's going to be consequences for Rampage after what we saw last week.
Yeah, there were consequences indeed. The consequences were that once again he picked up the winner's check for successfully defending the WOS Heavyweight Championship. Now let's get to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is for the WOS Women's Championship. Introducing to you firstly the challenger, weighing in at 119 pounds, from Wellington, New Zealand, Bea Priestly!
Well, Bea Priestly was in that historic three-way women's match to crown the first WOS Women's Champion. And I tell you, I was impressed by all three women, but Bea Priestly, her story is just so inspiring, travelling all the way to the United Kingdom from New Zealand to crack the UK wrestling scene, and she's cracked it on the highest level, being right here.
And her opponent from Scotland, weighing in at 112 pounds, she's the reigning and defending WOS Women's Champion, Kay-Lee Ray!
There she is, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever WOS Women's Champion, Kay-Lee Ray.
She looks resplendent with that WOS Women's Championship. Remember, the first ever, and she hasn't let that title out of her sight since she won it 2 weeks ago.
Well, the challenger not waiting for, even for the bell to ring there, and technically she can't be disqualified yet because it was before the bell, but what a huge advantage that has given Bea Priestly against our champion, Kay-Lee Ray.
Ray not even able to get a ring jacket off.
A little bit of attitude as well.
Go. Setting her stall out early, Bea Priestly. She wants that title in the worst way.
And they're bringing that global style here to the WOS arena for our singles title, for our women's title.
These two ladies know each other incredibly well. Compared to the men, there is a much smaller pool of women wrestlers in the UK, so they tend to cross paths a lot more frequently, and this certainly isn't the first time they've collided. It's my job to make sure the best athletes are competing for the best titles.
That's exactly what we've got here in our opening contest here in the WOS arena. But this crown is firmly behind our champion, Kay-Lee Ray.
You want opportunities in WOS, you have to earn it. And Bea Priestly, in her performance in that Triple Threat Championship match, she earned this.
Have to agree with you there, Stu. In her defense, she certainly earned this opportunity, and she is making quite a name for herself here in WOS.
Oh, and Priestly there to the top. Remember, you mentioned before she's in a relationship with Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, and it looked like she was going to take a page from his book, but it backfired because now Kay-Lee Ray has that superplex on the challenger, and it's not looking good for the New Zealand-born challenger.
Precarious position. We've seen this before. Perhaps a double foot stomp. Yes. Devastating landing. Kay-Lee Ray, our champ, may be out cold.
Almost had her. Come on, Kay-Lee.
Just imagine the impact of that. Saw it yourself from the top rope, a double foot stomp from Bea Priestly directly down onto her opponent, Kay-Lee Ray.
And this contest speaks volumes of the huge strides women's wrestling has made in recent times.
You can say a lot of great things about Kaylee Ray, but the one thing that stands out to me is her resilience. She can take a beating and keep coming back for more.
Steve Linsky, after what we saw last week with Gabriel Kidd, like all of our officials, has been told they need to be a lot more conscious of what goes on in that ring. The challenger taking it to Kaylee Ray. Oh.
These girls are so tough.
Of course, but remember, this is dangerous. Don't try this at home. She's laying it all on the line here because it means so much to be the WOS Women's Champion.
Back and forth. This. Oh my! That could be all. That could be all. Linsky in for the count. And what? Hold on. Oh, it's Viper.
Viper? She's not part of this match.
Viper was the third woman in that historic three-way, and she just catches that dive from Kaylee Ray and sends her into the post.
Attempting to cut her off at the pass, but Viper too powerful, too strong, and runs her into the post.
There's very little you can do with Viper. She is still furious that she didn't get the opportunity to fight for the WOS Women's title, and she's taking it out on B and KLR.
This is a massacre.
We are seeing history repeat itself after that championship three-way, and Linsky now, yeah, he must have thrown it out. And
well, you were telling me that the ladies in the locker room were not happy. Apparently, Viper was the most unhappy of them all, Val.
Well, good luck to Steve Linsky for trying to contain this bevy of brawling beauties.
Punishing the champion. This is not a sanctioned matchup at all.
Why Linsky keeps looking at us? We're not getting involved. I bruise like a peach. I'm
champion. Oh, what?
Wait a minute.
Stu, what is? Oh, that. Oh, hold on.
It's Aisha.
How? I didn't even know she was in WOS. What's going on?
Part of the roster, but she is not scheduled to be here today. Man, look at this. This is breaking. Okay, I've had enough. I've seen it all. Security. Security out here now.
This is chaos.
Now he's going to take 3 of our referees and our officials here. Wow.
I think we've seen enough of that. Needless to say, this match is cancelled. Ladies, I'm not going to tolerate this carnage. Here's what we're going to do. Next week, we are going to have our first ever female over-the-top rope battle royal.
Holy moly.
Now we're talking.
The winner of which will be crowned the WOS Women's Champion.
Kaylee Ray doesn't look happy.
That's next week, but for now, get out of my sight. I've got a show to run.
Draw here, but we have to carry on. Let's take you back to see something that happened a little bit earlier on today before this show began.
I won the match. I battered the guy. I beat him up. I won the match. You must have saw that.
I give you very specific instructions to go out there and give me something that WOS can be proud of. I told you to straighten up your act. And what do? You go out for 3 minutes and immediately turn back into this blubbering buffoon.
Blubbering buffoon? Is that right? Blubbering buffoon? I won the match! I won the match! You told me and I done it. So please, all I ask is one more chance, please. What? Are you laughing at? One more chance.
One more chance. There's always one more chance, isn't it? Here's the deal. It just so happens that this is your lucky day because I happen to be one tag team down for the WOS Tag Team Championship Tournament. So if, and only if, you can find somebody stupid enough to want to actually team with you, then I'm going to enter you in that tournament. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Get out!
I'm gone. Tag team.
Well, looks like Grado could be joining our tag team division, but will he find a partner?
I think he'll struggle, Val.
And so might Martin Kirby, who after cheating and beating Joe Hendry last week, he's up against the aerial assassin, whose moves have got everyone talking.
This is sport. sports entertainment. My wrestlers are trained athletes. Injuries do happen. Please don't try this at home.
Welcome back to WOS Wrestling. Right now, we have something very special for you, right, Alex?
Indeed we do, because Martin Kirby returns to the WOS arena to take on the also returning, the jaw-dropping, the incredible aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
From Essex, weighing in at 191 pounds, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay!
Here we go, the place is coming unglued. We saw him in our very first episode of the series against the Bulldog. What's he going to get up to tonight, Alex?
Well, that match against British Bulldog Jr. was absolutely incredible, and I think we're in for more of the same right here against Martin Kirby.
And his opponent weighing in at 180 pounds from Thirst, North Yorkshire, Martin Kirby!
Let me remind you, in our first ever episode, Kirby left Joe Hendry on his own and refused to share the spotlight, and that led to the end of that team, the end of that friendship, and our first ever tag team title match.
You know, Joe Hendry's one of those competitors that doesn't like to show emotion. He's a very serious, very determined guy. You know, Martin Kirby, hailing from Thirst, England, by the way, is referred to as Mr. Bad Attitude, and that's exactly what he displayed with Joe Hendry. Bad attitude, for sure.
You know, it has to be said that Martin Kirby has been around the blocks many, many times. He's an incredible performer. Beautiful. I love it. What strategy from the very off. He knows he is in there with a top global superstar in Will Ospreay. And when you're in with a man like that, you take every advantage you can.
Ospreay is world-renowned for unorthodox high flying, whereas Kirby is known all across the United Kingdom for unorthodox rule breaking.
Yeah, has to be said, Will Ospreay, for all his incredible ability, that was a rookie error, turning his back on Martin Kirby so early in this matchup, but he's immediately back with a high-flying, high-paced offense that is so difficult to defend against, and very wisely, Martin Kirby takes a spill to the outside.
Oh, what's he doing? This! Oh, goes for the dive and a head fake. And you know what? If we were in the days of VHS, I would say stop everything and rewind that, because I don't know if my eyes can keep up with what my brain just absorbed.
What's a VHS?
I'm a child of the 80s now. Oh, look at that! And a double drop kick. And this crowd coming unglued early because they know they are seeing the very best in the world right here in the WOS arena. And Kirby is holding on to that top rope for dear life. He wants no more of the aerial assassin, and Ospreay has other ideas.
Ospreay's very proud of the fact he performs all over the world. Just look at those flags on his tights. Tells the story there. Ireland, USA, Japan, Australia.
Stu, let's get some insight from you as an in-ring competitor. How do you prepare for the unorthodox moveset of someone like Will Ospreay?
Yeah, I've taken on many high flyers in my time. There was one simple formula when I got in the ring with him. It was get him down on the ground and punish them as early as you can.
Kirby used Ospreay's speed and momentum against him as a weapon, and that is the one Achilles heel of Will Ospreay. This guy moves so fast, he flies so high, that if you can take that momentum and invert it against him, it becomes the deadliest weapon against the aerial assassin.
Oh! Coming right for us. Oh my gosh.
And it just goes to show, blink and you will miss it. With Will Ospreay, all it took was Martin Kirby turning his back for a split second, and before he knew it, from a bizarre angle, out came that strike for Will Ospreay, still struggling with that eye impairment.
We may dislike him, Martin Kirby's Herculean effort against one of the best in the world, because Kirby is refusing to lose right here.
No doubt about it. Kirby knows exactly how big it is to be able to take on a man like Ospreay on WOS, and to claim a win here will do massive things for his career.
And look at this by Ospreay. Oh my God! Oh my Lord!
Can't do the math, but that was like an extended 619.
Was it more of a 916? He was so high. Springboard.
Here goes
into
Ospreay.
the forearm, center of the ring.
So close. It seems that Ospreay is most comfortable when he's flying through the air doing something absolutely absolutely insane.
Yeah, of course, he's the complete opposite of me. I hated going up in the air. Believe me, 2 feet planted on the mat was my favorite position. Preferably standing over a downed opponent.
Ospreay now is setting up for something, and it doesn't look good. Double underhook by the aerial assassin. Kirby out, and Enziguri! An Enziguri to the back of the skull, and Ospreay's on the outside.
That was some mind games from Micah. He yelled stop, and Ospreay just froze on the spot. And look at that! Ospreay's head bouncing off the corner of the ring, the hardest part of the ring. And look at that for some innovative offense of his own. Martin Kirby, he is quirky, he is mean.
Hold on, look at this by Kirby through the ropes and a torpedo dive.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That is what Martin Kirby is trying to ascertain at this point.
He's looking in the wrong direction if he thinks he's going to get admiration from these fans after his vile behavior.
Martin Kirby is here right now to make a statement, the biggest of all statements, and that's to win this match, and he might just do it. 1, 2, and 2 and a half.
Move known as a fisherman's driver, variation of a suplex and a power driver combined together, landing Ospreay right on the back of his neck. A devastating maneuver, incredibly damaging.
And you have to believe that in the back of the WOS arena is Joe Hendry, watching this on a monitor and plotting his path to redemption against the man that turned his back on him and cost him the WOS Tag Team titles.
Controversy aside, Martin Kirby has shown amazing strength in this match, just like Will Ospreay's doing here.
This has been incredible from Kirby. He's showing me an extra gear tonight, and look at this. Once again, incredible movement from Ospreay.
Look at the speed, look at the skill, look at this man move. Ospreay,
There's only one guarantee in an Ospreay match, that is that it's never over. What was I saying, Val?
The Spanish fly.
That was insane.
And he continues to impress, and now this is breaking down. This is turning as old school as they come. Actually, I'll take that back.
Tough one to call.
Goes for that dragon suplex. Kirby comes out. Look at this. Dragon suplex. Full Nelson with no bridge. All impact. And it looks curtains for Martin Kirby.
The whip on that suplex. Kirby has no idea where he is. He's like a sitting duck in the corner.
What's he going for here? Look at. Neck breaker. This could be all. This could be it. And it won. 2 and 9 taps.
I think they call that bounce back ability from Kirby. That was incredible. There is a lot to be said about the resilience of the man.
You said it, Stu. Blink and you'll miss it. They're going 1,000 miles an hour. Or kilometers, should I say?
Yeah, Kirby clearly having some issues with his jaw at this point. May have knocked a tooth loose.
And if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what in the world you're seeing, this is British wrestling in the modern era. This is WOS wrestling. Huge
hurricane runner from the second rope.
And what's he going for here? Keep your eye on the aerial assassin, because your jaws are about to collectively drop. A handspring, a backflip, and a dive.
Yeah, that was one of about 3,000 moves that are in Will Ospreay's playbook.
And he's not done, Stu. He climbs to the top. What are we going to see here?
This man has springs for legs.
Oh my God, beautiful shooting star press. 2.
Somehow, some way, Kirby digs deep enough to kick out. But look at Ospreay. He has the momentum. He has the power. And here we go. What is this?
That's it. That's over. I'm calling it. Center of the ring. And that's it.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay!
There is only so much the human body can stand, and give all the credit in the world to Martin Kirby, because he took all he could, but the aerial assassin is just that good.
Once again, a standing ovation for Will Ospreay, and I would assume too, Martin Kirby, they might not like him, but they have to respect him after that performance.
Don't forget, guys, after the break, we have the final qualifier. With 3 tag pairings already through to the next stage, there is 1 tag team spot available. But you guys, the big question is, has Grado managed to find a partner? We'll find out after this short break. Wow. has joined Grado in the ring to kick off the final qualifying match in our tag team tournament. But has he managed to find a partner?
Who will it be? I think we're about to find out, Val.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for our last quarter-final in the WOS Tag Team Tournament. And Grado, you have had the entire day to find yourself a tag team partner. But first, let's find out who you'll be facing. Please welcome out the team of Robbie X and Cruz.
Wow, what a strange combination, the two Mars men. And look at Crater just pushing the young Robbie X down the ramp.
The only thing they have in common, Alex, is they're both imposing figures in very different ways, with Robbie X being the high flyer and Crater being an absolute monster.
What an impressive specimen. So tell me, Grado, enlighten us all. Did you manage to find anybody crazy enough to want to team with you?
Well, big man, I've been looking all day and I've found absolutely nobody. Apart from this guy!
Oh, Val!
Now that's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog Jr., son of the legendary British Bulldog. Now that's a partner, Alex.
And look at this. The mood has changed, and can you see the look on Stu Bennett, our executive's face? This is absolutely hilarious.
Can we enjoy that for a minute?
Stu Bennett has been shown up in the worst way imaginable because Grado has just been endorsed by the biggest legend's son British wrestling's ever had. I mean, Davey Boy Smith, the father of this man, wrestled in front of nearly 90,000 people at Wembley Stadium.
Gotta be a great moment of nostalgia for so many people watching here.
How are you feeling over there, Stu?
I have been in the wrestling business a long time, Alex. I felt like I've seen it all, and I don't often get surprised, but this one has shocked me, that's for sure.
We've learned to expect the unexpected here in WOS Wrestling.
What on earth is Bulldog Jr. thinking? This is a marriage of the sublime and the ridiculous.
Who wouldn't want to tag with Grado? He's back and better than ever.
Bulldog Jr. is way too good to be lowering himself to tag him with Grado.
And it's going to be Grado and Robbie X to kick things up. What a strange combination on all sides of the squared circle, and Crater tags himself in.
Yeah, it's a chalk and cheese match. And look at the size of this man. You won't be seeing much high flying from this guy. This is the 36-stone Crater.
Well, this is the third time we've seen Crater, and he has not even left his feet in his previous two matches.
I was hoping Crater was going to give Grado the Gabriel Kidd treatment.
Really? Too soon. That was low, Stu. People love Davey Boy Smith Jr. And I think people are going to disagree with you, Stu. He wouldn't turn down the opportunity to tag with a former WOS champion in Grado.
And look at the look of shock on Davey Boy Smith Jr.'s face. I mean, he is a big guy, and he couldn't even budge Crater. He didn't move at all, in fact. And look at this, Grado going for it now, hitting those ropes, comes back, head of steam, hits the big man up.
Oh.
Didn't quite work out like he planned, did he? Maybe leave it to Bulldog Jr., Grado. That's my advice.
But he always tries his best. This is why we love Grado, the ultimate underdog.
Less of the weave. Here we go. Let's not make any doubt about it. Bulldog Jr. is a huge man himself. He's got him close to 20 stone.
Shoulder tackle, and that's the first time I've seen the big man flinch, and he comes straight back into that clothesline, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. is in trouble.
It's a monster of a man, Crazy, but Bulldog Jr., he's been in there with the best of them. He's been in there with huge men in the past. I wonder what his strategy is going to be here, but we are going to get our first look at Robbie X.
He has that powerful build like his dad, WOS legend, the British Bulldog. This guy has it in his genes to be a champion one day.
You're absolutely right, Val. Incredible genetics, and what a star he is in his own right.
Oh, look at this by Robbie X. Poetry in motion, slide through the legs. He's like a ninja, comes under. I mean, this is hard to even call. Well, that wasn't. That was gravity.
That's a long way down.
Off the top rope, perhaps getting a little too cute around a wily veteran like Bulldog Jr.
That's right, Davey Boy Smith making a Robbie X sample out of him tonight.
I told you never to make that joke again, Val. You're doing it.
Come on.
I thought it was excellent.
See? Robbie excellent.
You're both fine. Look at Bulldog Jr. This man knows how to torque limbs, knows how to rip that sinew.
He makes the tag to possibly the most popular British wrestler since Big Daddy, and possibly even including Big Daddy. Grado is on the top rope and comes down on the arm.
Here we go. Clearly, Bulldog has done the damage so far on Robbie X. Let's see if Grado can capitalize. Smartly getting back out very, very quickly, and once again, Bulldog Jr. back in there, taking over on Robbie X. Spears, the smaller man of the team, has been isolated. Robbie X, Crater stood on the outside. On-bar variation, catch as catch can, wrestling a specialty for a man like Bulldog Jr.
Robbie X looking for an escape here, a roll through, comes back, nip up, and a second, and a third, and I'm losing count, and he's still going, comes back, head nip, gets the arm, and a reversal by the masked man.
I can't agree with his tag team partner, but Robbie X is such a treat to watch, isn't he?
Yeah, but this is a heavyweight against a lightweight. Just one shot from Bulldog Jr. stops the smaller man, Robbie X, in his tracks, and look at this, stalling vertical suplex. Crowd fully behind the Bulldog here, look at that huge impact.
What a display of strength from Davey Boy Smith Jr. Goes for the pin and doesn't make it.
It was a suplex with extra time. Robbie, extra time. You can have that one, Val.
Boom.
Let's not forget the performance we saw from Bulldog Jr. already here against Will Ospreay. Huge win against Will Ospreay.
What is this maneuver?
He's using his tag team partner seemingly as a weapon, and what an effective one it was.
He threw him like a lawn dart.
And now,
A little bit of celebratory moves.
Grado with all the grace of a drunken elephant.
well, that was harsh. Robbie X going up and over. Slow motion vault, goes for the hip toss, handspring, drop kick. Oh, wow.
Beautiful execution from Robbie X. Robbie execution. Has him at the 2. Come on. I'm rooting for Grado in this one. So is the crowd, as always.
Beautiful movement from Robbie X, but as we said, it looks like Grado at times is moving with his boots on his wrong feet. I've checked, they are on the correct feet, but the way he moves, the way he operates, so ungainly, so unbalanced. And look at this, because the Grado had for lunch have come in handy there, because Robbie X could not lift the big Scotsman.
Hey, it's 2018. He's full figured. That's the correct term, Stu.
And now he sets up. Let's not forget, there's a big man on the side of the ring, and if Robbie X can make that tag, the 36-stone Crater is going to come in.
The lovable former champion is planning something here, guys.
Barely seen Crater in this match, and I spoke too soon because there we go, blasting Grado in the back of the head. Robbie X himself was not impressed with that. Robbie X clearly wanted a clean fight here today, but Crater does not know the meaning of the word clean.
And here he comes.
Never count Grado out.
Grado digging deep, hits the ropes and straightens on a shoulder tackle by the big man. The mood has changed in the WOS arena as Robbie X gets tagged back in.
You're never going to win a battle of momentum against a man like Crater.
The entire atmosphere changes when Crater gets in the ring.
It's probably because he's affecting the weather system, he's so big. And look at that, standing moonsault. Tom Scarborough down for a count. It's a 2, but not a 3. Grado kicks out.
Yeah, and as much as we say that Bulldog and Grado is a strange team, what an absolutely bizarre team Robbie X and Crater are. Aside from the mask, there is nothing that they have in common.
One of these teams, and only one of these teams, will go into the next round of this prestigious WOS Tag Team Title Tournament. So many great tag teams already qualified, and now the next to go through may be the first one to make the tag.
How thrilling would it be to have Grado and Davey Boy Smith Jr. as our tag team champions here?
There we go, big tag to Bulldog Jr., the fresh man. Robbie X refusing to tag Crater. Clearly some dissension in the ranks in that team. Robbie X now is taking a boatload of punishment from the bigger man, Bulldog Jr.
Robbie X has impressed the heck out of me in this one, but after that big boot, his turn may just be shortened. It's Crater's shaking his head at ringside, looking on, but Robbie X is giving all he has.
He is furious that the big man did not get tagged in, and look at this! He almost came down on his head, big boot in the corner, Crater's down too.
Smart move there, Stu. As a veteran yourself, you know exactly what he's doing. Take the big man down, isolate Robbie X, and advance to the next round.
Of course, and Crater currently on the floor looking furious with Bulldog Jr. And here's his own. Oh my God! Crater caught him. The strength of Crater, but he's just brought him on the floor.
The whole building shook. Can you believe the strength of Crater? Robbie X went 100 miles an hour, and Crater just swayed him out the sky like a paperweight and caught him on his shoulder.
Like a bad habit.
Crater saved him from the initial throw by Bulldog Jr., but then dropped him like a bag of cement, throwing him back in the ring, and now he's leaving.
Oh, Robbie X did in with this, a roll-up, but he's on his own here. This is like shades of what we saw between Joe Hendry and Martin Kirby, and a Grado cutter in the center of the ring, and you've got to believe this one's done. And three it is.
Grado pulls it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Grado and British Bulldog Jr.
Well, Grado might have got the pinfall, but believe me, the hard work was all done by Bulldog Jr. We have our final semi-finalists in the tag team tournament.
Right, there it is, guys. And next week, just to remind you, we have not one, but two semifinals with Yeston Reese and Kip Sabian taking on Stevie Boy and BT Gunn. While tonight's winner, Grado and British Bulldog Jr. Oh my
Sorry
gosh.
to cut you off, the big man, the 36-stone Crater has got back in the ring. He's looking to rip apart Robbie X.
Well, we felt the tension. And now, in a strange twist of events, the opponents of Robbie X have now become his friends. Their mutual respect may have just saved him from a beating from Crater.
His Guardians look at Bulldog Jr. He's ready to continue this fight with Crater. Clearly does not like a bully.
Get Crater out of here. He's done enough damage.
Can we get Grado out here while we're at it?
Well, Crater leaving this ring. And Robbie X comes to his feet, and you've got to be impressed by this young man, and it looks like Grado and Davey Boy Smith Jr. might just be.
Yeah, who on earth would want to get in a scrap with Bulldog Jr. unless they really had to? And Crater, despite his 36-stone frame, he's taking a walk.
Well, opponents become friends as Grado and Davey Boy Smith Jr. get closer to WOS Gold. And talking of WOS Gold, our champion, Rampage, is backstage right now with Rachel.
Rampage, there's a triangle match happening with Justin Sysum, Adam Maxted, and Joe Hendry. They all want this belt. Are you worried about those three contenders?
She talks too much, she talks too much. All you people need to know is Rampage is ready to fight anyone. He's the best champion WOS Wrestling's ever had. And Justin Sysum, you little mug, well, you're getting weaker and weaker. Rampage is getting bigger, faster, stronger. See you soon, mugs.
See you later, love.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Coming up, our main event, a huge triple threat matchup. But I'm very interested to see just how Justin Sysum does today, because he took a tremendous beating last week at the hands of our champ, Rampage.
That's right, more WOS action coming up next.
This is sports entertainment. We're all trained athletes. Injuries can happen. So don't try this at home.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for our main event. Justin Sysum takes on Joe Hendry and Adam Maxted Maxted in a three-way battle. But do they have what it takes to challenge Rampage for the title?
Yeah, that's a good question, Val. 3 top competitors, but I'm really curious to see how Justin Sysum responds to his beating from last week. Can he impress me enough to maybe eke out one last chance?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the main event of the evening. Introducing to you firstly, accompanied to the ring by his tag partner, Nathan Cruz, weighing in at 225 pounds, from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Adam Maxted!
Well, British wrestling's biggest bromance returns to the WOS arena, and this time it won't be as a tag team, but one of these two men, in this instance Adam Maxted, is going to be in singles competition.
Do not adjust your television screens. We are now entering Handsome Vision.
And next to the ring, weighing in at 229 pounds, from Scotland, Joe Hendry!
He's a man that is considered by me possibly the best pound-for-pound entertainer in British wrestling today. Simon Cowell, put him on the X Factor, have him on the Voice. Joe Hendry is in the building.
Does anyone have any earplugs I can borrow for the next 20 seconds?
Joe Hendry is a multi-talented, decorated athlete. Writes, produces, and performs his own entrance theme. I don't see you doing that, Stu.
There's a reason that I don't sing, and it should be the same reason he shouldn't sing. It's because I can't. Neither can he.
We can only hope, right?
And finally, from Gloucester, weighing in at 210 pounds, Justin Sysum!
And here is the man that has quickly entered the hearts of the WOS fans, the best pound-for-pound athlete in British professional wrestling today, and a man who has his sights firmly fixed on Rampage's WOS Championship belt.
Well, let's face it, his physique looked like chopped liver last week after Rampage got his hands on it. He took an absolute mauling. Let's see how he's recovered.
And let's not forget, even though you had hold on.
Whoa. Now, Adam, I've given this much thought, and now that I've seen these two pair of whoppers right here, I think it's in the best interest of our tag team, considering my years of in-ring experience, that you let me take your place in this contest. Because, Adam, the last thing that we need is for this handsome face to be put into the line of danger.
He has a point.
Well, I mean, I think they're the only two people they would share each other's limelight with. They'd probably say it was totes a mosh foul.
It is totes a mosh.
And look at Justin Sysum and Joe Hendry. I mean, they're not appreciating the bromance, and this one's on. Nathan Cruz sent into the ropes there by both men. And huge back body drops into the light, goes the show stealer.
No way to treat Nathan Cruz. This guy could be on Towie if he wanted to be, just like that.
Nathan Cruz almost kicked the ceiling there. He went so high, and there he is, out of the ring, onto the broadcast booth, and the bromancer attempting to recover on the floor while this match continues in the ring. And Joe Hendry, the Commonwealth hero, Scotland's hero, taking on Justin Sysum, and look at this move.
And Cruz nearly went for a broadcast table there.
Yeah, I think Maxted is thanking his lucky stars he's not in this matchup now. Could have messed up that pretty face foul.
And interestingly, both of these two men, in Hendry and Sysum, have had an opportunity one-on-one with our champion Rampage, and both coming up short, but extremely close.
We've got a couple of tremendous athletes in the ring right now. Commonwealth level, Joe Hendry, the freestyle amateur wrestler, and then, of course, the superhuman Justin Sysum.
That's right, they both share a lot of accomplishments, but Joe Hendry just coming back from the 2018 Commonwealth Games. If you look on his trunks there, oh, big D from Nathan Cruz. You can see the accomplishments on his trunks there, the 2017 British Championship and the 2018 English Open Championship. He's a decorated athlete.
Cruz back in the ring, but moments ago we saw a collision between Joe Hendry and Justin Sysum. Justin Sysum favouring the nose ever since he may have cracked his nose on that one. Believe me, I know a thing or two about broken noses.
And look at the speed of superhuman Justin Sysum when I dropped it.
You know about broken noses, but Nathan Cruz knows about breaking hearts. These female fans can't get enough of him, but Justin Sysum is so impressive in the ring. His sheer strength Every single strike is impressive.
He's almost unbelievable. The fact is, he is such a big human being. He should not be able to move the way he does, but he can. He moves like a man 60 pounds lighter.
Talking of which, crossbody from the second, and that was impressive. I mean, you're saying it there, and I agree with you. He's one of the biggest guys on the roster, yet he moves like Robbie X or Will Ospreay. It's something to behold.
Oh! There we go, but fighting two men at once, no matter how effective a mover you are, is going to prove impossible. And sneaking up behind him, here we go, Nathan Cruz.
Big Adam Maxted learned those tactics on Love Island. A little miscommunication, perhaps?
Slingshot, belly to back, center of the ring by Nathan Cruz. Goes down for the cover. Minsky hits a 2, but not the 3. Sysum still on this one.
This is it, the vet Cruz taking control of this one, and more punishment to that body of Justin Sysum. We saw him get brutalized last week with Rampage. We're going to see him get brutalized again here by Nathan Cruz.
It should be noted, this one not an elimination contest. The first person to score a victory will be declared the winner. And I have to believe, Stu, that even though this one isn't officially for a title shot, the winner of this is going to prove something big time to get that shot against Rampage.
Yeah, it's safe to say whoever wins this match will certainly be impressing me. I've got a ringside seat for it. I've got the best seat in the house to watch these 3 heavyweights do battle. We've seen it time and time again in triple threat matches. You need eyes in the back of your head. Oh, look at this!
Wow.
Sunset flip causing a German suplex. Nathan Cruz taking the worst of it.
That's the kind of action that you're going to see each and every week here on WOS Wrestling. And now it's Joe Hendry, who's feeling the fire in the pit of his soul because he wants a shot against the champion and a rematch against Rampage.
Okay, this is Joe Hendry's moment. All 3 men have taken serious punishment already in this bout. Heavyweight matchup, remember. Oh, wow, huge neck breaker.
Hendry's going to be looking for that Hendry locking.
There it could be. Could we see it here?
Oh, and he's got it, and Cruz doing everything he can.
There we go, and he's got it locked in. That's it. That's the patented Hendry lock.
Hashtag Hendry lock, now trending. Joe Hendry, the ultimate entertainer, pulling Nathan Cruz back from the ropes, really wrenching that Hendry lock in.
Sysum wisely getting in there, preventing the tap out by Nathan Cruz. Clearly attempted to tap out in that agonizing Hendry lock. That was smart by Justin Sysum there.
Remember, if Cruz had have tapped out there, Hendry would have won and Sysum would have lost, and that's why he broke it up. And now Sysum, head of steam, charges in at Joe Hendry.
Look at that height on that lead. He's flying through the air right now.
Collides with the top turnbuckle there. Does Sysum, and Hendry now. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Beautiful, perfect plex.
And now Justin Sysum is ready. He's setting up. You know what he's going for, Stu? It's that discus lariat, which is often a precursor to the 450 splash. And Nathan Cruz comes in there with the... Oh, he calls it the show stolen. Fireman's carry. Mitchell open driver, the centre of the ring.
Executed to perfection. And you cannot take your eyes off either opponent.
Now Cruz pulling up Justin Sysum. Joe Hendry. Oh, you know what he's going for here. One of his finishing moves. Over the top, he hits him with it.
Such power from Joe Hendry, going for the pin.
Now, like yesterday's rubbish. Oh, and look at that. Maxted there. Put Cruz's foot on the rope.
Road break there. Great teamwork from the bromance themselves. Adam Maxted there, the rookie of the team, saving the vet, saving the wily Cruz.
I thought he was checking his shoelaces, as a good tag team partner would do. It is a bromance.
Referee Steve Linsky didn't see that. And this one now continues as Joe Hendry charges and goes up and over that top rope.
Oh, that was a heavy landing from Joe Hendry.
Look out, Nathan Cruz.
Oh, Sysum charges up, and they collide on the outside.
Justin Sysum.
And now,
I think Joe Hendry broke his fall there. He managed to land on his feet. What is this? Oh, I've never seen that in all my time in wrestling.
There's a spear from the outside to the inside, and now Justin Sysum goes to that top rope for the 450 splash. Can he hit it? And Maxted
out.
Once again, Maxted. I've got to say, I've been impressed by Justin Sysum. He was showing me an extra gear there. What on earth was that move? That spear through the second rope.
Don't get distracted. Do not get distracted, Justin. Oh, and the tag team partners collide.
One step ahead of the game, Justin Sysum almost getting caught in the trap, but he was too quick.
Cruz has no idea what's coming, and it's a Justin Sysum discus clothesline. Referee Linsky down, 2 and a 3.
That miscommunication cost him everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Justin Sysum!
Got to hand it to Justin Sysum here. I thought he was coming in as a victim. He came in the weakened man after last week, but what he showed me something else. What on earth was that spear through the middle rope from the outside? I've never seen that in the entire world of wrestling before. That man is 250 pounds.
If I was Rampage, I would be concerned. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week, right here on WOS Wrestling.
Next week, it's double trouble on WOS. 2 tag team tournament semis and 2 spots in the final up for grabs. But the question is, who will be left standing? One man alone couldn't make a dent in crater.
Oh my God!
The ring has been reinforced for this episode.
So how will 2 fare trying to bring the monster down? And then, in a battle royal for Kaylee Ray's title, the whole women's division goes to war. All that and much, much more next week on WOS Wrestling.